No matter where you live in the country, north, south, east, or west, doesn't matter really. We all come under the authority of a local council, otherwise known as a local authority. Where I am, it's Thanet District Council, and then over them we've got Kent County Council. Now, I'm teaching you to suck eggs here, but it's their responsibility to provide us with basic services, the bins being emptied, the roads being swept and repaired, and the list is endless. So all those jobs. Now, every now and again, I get a little bit suspicious about what councils actually get up to with our money. If you get suspicious as well, then please subscribe to the channel, because you're among like-minded people here. And when I read stuff and look up things online, you got to wonder, is there something in this? Now, let's start with the basic structure of a council. Now, we can go off on a tangent on another video here and talk about this in greater detail, but most people within the UK pay council tax, an amount of money to the local authority which is supposed to go towards all of those services that I've just mentioned. Correct? I don't think we can argue there. And there are many, many, many videos and explanations and paragraphs about what to do about council tax. And as I already mentioned, that's another video for another time. But let's just stick to the thing here right now. Now, we all take it for granted that a council is a local authority. It's an entity somehow attached to government. And, this money gets sent to them, and then it's spent on the services that we're supposed to receive. It doesn't always happen that way, does it? It doesn't always perceive to be that way. Now, I came across something very disturbing, and Richard Vobes actually detailed this in one of his videos a little while back, and that is, what are these local authorities? What kind of entity are they? Well, they're actually companies. They're actually registered companies, registered businesses. Now, you would think that as a result of this, you would have a contract of some sort, or a memorandum of understanding between you and this company. For example, if I take somebody to an airport and I book someone in, then there's an understanding between me and them that I'll get the job done. Now, I want to show you this. As you probably seen in the news, well, within the last 24 hours at least, Nottingham City Council have declared themselves bankrupt. They can no longer manage or balance the books. Now, when I looked into this, I turned directly to Companies House, and I found this. This is an entry on Companies House, Nottingham City Council. And it's a registered company, and one of the directors, or officers as it were, Blueprint Group Holdings Limited Liability Partnership, and that is the only officer or director that's listed on there, and you can see the correspondence address is the same as the council. I find that very odd. Now, if you go on Companies House, you can even do it on Google and try it as an experiment. Type in your council name and then type in Companies House afterwards, or Company Check. You will more than likely find that your council is registered as a company also. Mine certainly is. I Googled it and I looked, and it was there altogether. Now, what happened to Nottingham? Well, this ended up on Google. Now, this said an hour ago, but this was actually yesterday at time of recording. Nottingham City Council has declared itself effectively bankrupt, meaning it will stop all spending other than services it must provide by law. A recent report said the Labour-run council was set for a £23 million overspend in the 2023-2024 financial year. So what I would like to know, Nottingham City Council, is where's all the money gone? Do you live in Nottingham? Do you come under the authority of Nottingham City Council? Surely you ask yourself the same question. Where's all the money gone? I know there's a fair few people that subscribe to this channel, come from, further up the line than I am. And you've got to ask yourself, you pay this money to the council, where's it all gone? Does that mean that anybody is getting any help? Is that going to stop? What's going on? There's a bit of a more detailed explanation in the news, and I pulled up one of the articles here so you can see it. Never mind all the Christmas adverts either side. Now, Nottingham apparently issued something called a Section 114 notice with a statement saying it cannot deliver on its legal requirement to balance its budget this year. And there's the Nottingham City Council house, beautiful old building there. Nottingham City Council declares itself effectively bankrupt after issuing a Section 114 notice. The Labour-run council confirmed the announcement on Wednesday, saying its chief financial officer has decided it isn't viable to deliver a balanced budget for this year, which is a legal requirement. As a result of the Section 114 notice, all new spending, with the exception of protecting vulnerable people and statutory services, must stop immediately. It becomes the second local authority this year to fail financially after Birmingham issued its own 114 notice back in September. I remember that, and I think I covered it at the time. The council has come under financial pressures after its attempt to enter the power market, with Robin Hood Energy. I heard about this, failed in 2020, losing the authority millions. It later got into trouble after spending millions of pounds ring-fence for local housing as part of its general budget. But the authority was also hit hard by changes to central government funding under the coalition, as well as soaring inflation and growing demand for social care. The Department for Levelling Up decided against bringing in a commissioner after the failure 3 years ago, but gave an advisory board more powers to ensure the council adhered to their advice, with the threat to the final option hanging over their heads if their financial performance didn't improve. But now the Section 114 has been issued. Commissioners will likely be brought in to take charge. A statement from the council said its executive board met last week to discuss a report into its latest financial position, as rumours swirled the authority was on the brink of bankruptcy. And you can see a little bit from the deputy political editor there. So there you go, another council in trouble. Now, some very disturbing things come out of that for me. Taking money and investing it into schemes with other companies. What money was that? Was that residents, council taxpayers' money? Did they have some kind of legal agreement in place to give permission to do that? What was the intention of the money that was given by? Was it supposed to go on public services? What about money that's ring-fenced for housing? Generally, when money's ring-fenced, you don't touch it. It's a big no-no. And I'm sure there are many, many more questions to come out. If you're from Nottingham and you've got anything else that you want to add, anything else that you want to say, then by all means get in touch or leave a comment below. Now, I mentioned council tax at the beginning of this video, and if that's something that you want to look a bit more into, I've done a couple of videos, one of which you can see here, and, a bit more enlightening information on that subject. Thank you. I look forward to talking to you again soon.